started. I've already met some of you guys. My name is Kendra. I'm the founder of The Key Resource, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about creating a successful online summit. So a little bit about me. My name is Kendra. I'm a wife. I'm an Aggie pride. I know you have an Aggie in the audience. I'm a landlord. My husband and I own 8 rental units in DC and Maryland. We live in Texas. We self-manage from Texas, so it's kind of crazy. So I'm an Aggie, a landlord, and I'm also an international economist. So I work full-time as an economist for the U.S. Department of Agriculture, and I'm an avid thrift shopper, and I'm kind of addicted to chocolate. Like, I literally cannot go to one day without chocolate. So that's like a little bit about me. I still work full-time. I run my business, The Key Resource, where I teach people how to buy their first rental property or their first home. So I'm an economist, landlord, run The Key Resource, and I'm really, really passionate about empowering and educating people on real estate investing as a vehicle to build wealth, right? But I also create these summits, and so all of us in here, we're entrepreneurs, right? And we all have different passions, we all have different fields of expertise, but there are 3 things that we all have in common. So we all want to provide value to our audience, right? We all want to reach more people with our message, and we all want to make money. Do y'all agree? Right? So provide value, reach more people, and make money, right? So online summits, they're one of my favorite ways to do these things, the 3 things I just listed. So how many of you all have participated in an online summit before? Okay, how many of you want to do an online summit or want to participate in one? Okay, cool. So if you're wondering what an online summit is, it's basically a live online virtual workshop. Like, it takes place over several days. It has several presenters. And it's a really cool way to reach a broader audience, kind of tap into the skill sets of different experts across the globe, and then monetize that expertise. So summits are really cool. There are 2 different types of summits. So there are like free summits and paid summits. You can have summits where you do not charge attendees anything to participate, or you can have ticket sales, right? So with free summits, even if you do not charge a dime for anyone to attend your online workshop where you're teaching them and you're pouring into them, there are still benefits. So if you have a free summit, like a free workshop online, it's a list building tool, it's a cross promotion tool, you can get brand recognition and product promotion. So I know you guys have webinars and info products, right? We have infopreneurs out here. As we're getting into this like online infopreneur space, list building is key. If you've ever attended any workshop on how to grow your business or how to make money online, people always kind of focus on that list building, right? The email list building. So having an online summit is a great way to build that list, even if you do not make any money. We all know there's so much value in email lists, right? So with paid summits, you get all of the benefits of having the free summit, plus you get paid. You're monetizing that expertise. So when you're thinking about building out an online summit, say you are in the money space, you want to put a whole bunch of experts together about wealth building or about money or about credit or about saving, you have to find the right presenters. And if you're wondering, well, Kendra, I have this idea for a summit, like how am I going to get presenters? How am I going to get people to sign on and do this with me? The key to finding the right presenters would be to target people who have a complementary message and who have similar goals as you. So when I first started The Key Resource, I had this goal to empower people to build wealth with real estate, right? I want people to learn from my mistakes. But what I was finding was when I was getting clients coming my way, they wanted to invest in real estate, but they really needed help with things that I was not an expert on, right? They needed help with credit. They needed help with paying down debt. They needed help with saving. And while I do all of those things, I'm not an expert, and that's not my business goal. So I said, well, there are people online who I know and who I admire who do those things. Why don't I reach out to them? We come together, create this online workshop, and that way I can provide a well-rounded, valuable product to my audience, right? So it's really, really important if you're thinking about doing a summit online to think about people who have a complementary message, but then also similar goals. So for my very first summit, I think I had like 300 followers on Instagram. My email list was like 20 people strong. And I targeted people who were also in that really beginner space just like me, because I knew we all didn't really need to make money. We needed to grow our list. We needed to get practice speaking in front of audiences. We needed to kind of do some market research and see what worked for our businesses, right? So I targeted people that not only complemented what I was teaching, but also had similar goals. So a little backstory. Since I created my first summit, I've done several since then. I'm now like helping other people plan summits. And I had this one client who targeted people with different goals, and it ended up being a complete disaster. So it was a huge lesson learned. We had people who were like at the 1 million follower mark. We had some like at the 300, 800, and it kind of created a little discord. So I definitely urge you guys to make sure you target people with similar goals and a complementary message when you're looking for finding presenters. So this is a little graphic from the very first summit that I created. It was called the Wealth Workshop. And everyone here, so we talked about like mindset, we talked about paying off debt, we talked about budgeting and saving. A lot of you might know Jamila Souffrant. She's here at FinCon, and she spoke last year talking about savings, talking about stocks, talked about real estate. And like I said, we were all at the very beginning stages of our business. I pretty much sent a cold email one day and was like, hey y'all, do you want to do this summit with me? And they all said yes, and we have grown so much, we learned so much, we all grew our list. We were able to really cross-promote and kind of reach new audiences, share with each other's audiences, and it was a really great experience. So the next summit that I planned was the real estate summit. So I told you guys when I started in the real estate space, I noticed that a lot of my clients, they were coming to me about real estate, but they really needed other things. They needed savings help, debt help, credit help. But even when it comes down to real estate investing, there's so many ways to get in the real estate game. I'm not an expert on every single way, so I'm a buy and hold investor. I buy properties and I rent them out, but you can wholesale, you can flip, you can invest in tax liens, invest in tax deeds. And so I said, you know what, I want to provide value to my audience, I also want to reach a broader audience, and I want to monetize it. So I put together this summit here. This was a paid summit. And we all got together and talked about 6 different ways to invest in real estate. And through this I had never met any of these people, definitely did a cold email, we got together, and to this day, we've created this network where we're actually meeting up for a mastermind right here in Orlando, and we're kind of networking and building some things out. So summits offer great potential to network, to build your audience. Mm-hmm. So as I'm going through this, if y'all have any questions or anything, definitely let me know. And I kind of want to walk through like a case study if anyone wants to be an example of a summit that you could put together. Anybody? Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm so glad she asked that. She's asking, when you partner with brands and you get an email list of everyone that signs up, do you send it to all of the presenters? And so, yes, I'm glad you asked. So compensation. Compensation. So, okay, you've decided you're going to do a free summit or a paid summit. Either way, you still need to compensate your presenters. No matter if you're making money or not, you need to provide some form of compensation, right? But compensation doesn't always have to be money. Like I talked about in the beginning, email lists are super valuable. So if you're doing a free summit, one way to compensate your presenters is to pay them with the email list. Now, I urge everyone to be very careful with the new GDPR regulations that we're all like, have a migraine about. When you're sharing the email list, just be mindful of that. But that's a great way to pay your presenters if you're doing a free summit. For paid summits, yes. Mm-hmm. So, and on the sign-up list, you can put a disclosure. She's asking, how do you get permission to share the email list with all the presenters when you're doing a sign-up? So I would just do a disclosure or something at the bottom of the sign-up saying that their email list will be shared and they can opt out if they don't want. So, but yeah, definitely be careful with the GDPR. Anybody else? Yes. For the real estate summit, not enough. So I think we charged like $49 if they bought it pre-sale, and then $97 after the pre-sale. So yeah, that was my very first paid summit. Yeah, and we had it was a 3-day event, and it was 2 speakers for each day. Yeah, and the really cool thing too about summits, you guys, is you can make them evergreen. So after the live event, you can sell them. I'll get into that in a little bit. So okay. So once you've decided what kind of summit you're going to do, you've picked your presenters, you're going to figure out ticket prices, or is it going to be free? One thing I wanted to mention too, you guys, for free summits, what I've learned is when you have a free event, people don't take it as seriously. So my first free event, we got like hundreds and hundreds of signups. We were so excited. And then the day of the live event, like 40 people showed up. So I have learned that like putting a ticket price on things does make people like commit a little bit more. So for paid summits, so this is really interesting. There are so many ways to compensate presenters for paid summits. I'm gonna go through 4 ways. One is an upfront flat fee. So this is like, yes, it's okay, no. Yes. I would say like 80 to 90% of people showed up for he's asking how many people showed up for the paid summit. I would say 80 to 90%. The people who didn't show up live knew the replay was coming, right? So I'll talk more about making it evergreen towards the end, but the attendance rate was way better for the paid, yeah. So for paid summits, you can do an upfront flat fee for each presenter. So no matter how much the summit makes, no matter how long you sell it, each presenter can make a flat fee, right? Or you could do equal revenue split forever. So that means no matter how long you sell it, no matter how much you make, you'd have to keep track of that and keep paying people forever. This one is my favorite, the equal revenue split up front plus affiliate links. So when you're doing a live summit, you can usually sell like pre-sale tickets up until the date the summit goes live, because remember, summits are online events, they're live, they're usually multi-day events, right? So up until the summit goes live, you can sell tickets and then do an equal revenue split for all presenters. After the summit is over, once you get into evergreen mode, meaning you're selling a replay, then you can give each presenter an affiliate link and they make whatever they sell after that. One way that I've also seen it done is affiliate links only. This is really tricky because some people will have, you know, a smaller audience and they might not be able to sell a lot. So if you do, hey, you know, presenter X, Y, and Z, you guys only make what you sell with affiliate links, you get into a situation where people are putting in the same amount of work, but because they have a smaller list, they may not make as much money. So it's completely up to you, but I still suggest that no matter what form of compensation you use, you share the email list if it works for you. Yes? I didn't hear you, I'm sorry. Yes. So she's asking is affiliate link for the summit sale. So when I'm talking about affiliate links, if you think about the way a summit would be set up, you have the live event, right? You sell tickets. And then if you do it and put it into evergreen mode, where after the summit is over, you sell a replay. Thank you. So for the replay, you could create affiliate links and then give each presenter an affiliate link to use, you know. And does that answer your question, ma'am? Yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah. Does anyone else have any questions about links, payments, and things like that? So I think probably the easiest would be the upfront flat fee or affiliate links. It's like really hands-off. But when you're keeping track of sales and paying presenters like indefinitely, it can get pretty high maintenance, but it's completely up to you. So evergreen, this is one of my favorite things about summits as well. Like once you put in the work, you do the live event, you can always sell the replay after the fact. This has worked really well for me and worked really well for my clients. So is everyone in here familiar with like evergreen? Do you guys do evergreen webinars and things like that? So evergreen basically means that like once you record a video or once you do a workshop online, you can basically sell it like indefinitely. So it's always making money. Yes.
What platform do you use?
Yes, I'm glad you said that. I was just about to say, so you guys are on it. So this is a screenshot of Teachable. I use Teachable. I have a friend here in the front. She uses Thinkific, right? She's a Thinkific girl. Yeah. And there's a few others, but so for my live webinars, I actually use Big Marker. Any Big Marker people in the house? No one uses Big Marker? What? Oh my gosh, okay. Yes, actually, I'm gonna show you guys a link in a few slides. I do, yes. So I'm gonna show you a link in a few slides where I'll send you the notes and I'll send you guys a link for Big Marker. So yes, this is a screenshot here of Teachable. This is what I use to put all of my replays in. So after people sign up, they can get the content forever in Teachable, but to record the live webinars, I use Big Marker. Some people use Zoom. What's it? Any other ones? What are any other ones that you guys use? Zoom? Webinar Jam? Webinar Jam. What would you say? Which one was yours? Zoom? Okay. So yeah. Any other questions about Evergreen or about platforms or things like that? Yes. So I'm going to show you a link in a couple slides where you can sign up, and I'll send you the notes. So this is the link.
Do you have any experience using Crowdcast?
What is it?
Do you have any experience using Crowdcast?
No. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Okay, so if you go to this link, I'm going to send you guys the notes from this presentation along with the link to Big Marker. Since no one knows about Big Marker, let me know if y'all have any questions about that. But yes.
What about like a free summit and only offer, the videos for sales? Is that model ever?
Yes, I've seen that before too. So he's asking, what if you do a free summit and then you offer the replays for sales? There's so many different ways to like get into pricing. I didn't have enough time to go into that today, but you can do it free, and then if they want the replays, like they can watch it live for free, but if they want replays, you can charge for that. Yeah, I've seen that done. It's really popular.
What's the best practice around like number of days, number of hours in the day, the time of day to do
That's
summits?
good. So I found that doing summits like in the evening are best when people get off work, like during the week. But I've seen some people do like literally day-long summits, and that's more aimed at like entrepreneur, like full-time entrepreneur people. My audience, they're not full-time entrepreneurs, right? So they have to get home from work and kind of like get settled and stuff like that. So I typically do mine in the evening, and I don't do any more than 2 presentations per day because that's just, it gets to be too much. But I usually do 3 days, 2 presentations per day. So, yes. Oh, sorry.
So how do you work with people to help them create their own summits?
Ooh, I'm glad you asked that. So creating a summit can be a lot of work, like setting up email copy or making sure the presenters are all organized. So I'll like organize presenters, get affiliate links and things like that, and kind of do all of the thanks, Eric. All of the back end stuff. So basically the experts just have to show up. For me, when I do my summits, I make sure that all of my presenters have like a folder, a Google Drive folder with email copy, captions for Instagram, captions. I don't want them to have any trouble promoting my summit, right? I want it to be literally copy and paste, and the same thing for all the presenters. I want them to be able to share graphics and things like that. I don't want it to be like, oh, I haven't shared it yet because I'm too busy. Like, no, we're gonna be promoting, and we have like a marketing schedule and things like, and all kinds of stuff. So for my clients, I do the same thing. I set up Google Drive folders so everything is like easily shared and stuff. So, wait, was there one over there? Courtney, sorry, I don't know where I'm going.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was my question. How do you promote the summits? What's some of the best strategies for getting people actually to the summit?
Instagram. And see, the beautiful thing about summits, because you have so many different people promoting to their audiences and everyone is kind of using their strengths. Like, for instance, my friend Erica, she's a YouTube queen. And so if she was on a summit with me, I'm sure she would promote to her YouTube audience, right? And so the beauty of getting so many experts together, they're promoting their different ways, you're going to cover like so many different bases. Usually like 60 days is a good amount, but the real estate summit, you guys, I had the idea for that on a Friday night. I emailed all of the presenters on Saturday morning, and I was like, can we do this in 3 weeks? And they're like, yes. I didn't even know them, but we did it. We pulled it off, and it was really, really successful. So, yeah.
Kendra, you did our summit, I guess it was in March.
Yeah.
When you started to communicate with us via email, you also did videos.
Yeah.
Could you explain why you used those and if you found those effective in communicating
Yeah.
with your speakers?
Yes, so what I found to be really helpful, like the presenters are busy, you guys. Like you're sending like these long emails, people don't have time, right? So I started communicating. This summit I did for a client, and I was using this app called Loom, L-O-O-M. Do you guys use Loom? The website is literally useloom.com. And I did a screen share kind of thing and communicated with the presenters that way because I found it to be easier. Like, who wants to read like a 2-page long email on what you have to do as a presenter, right? So every week I would just kind of check in and say, hey, here's what's going on. Here are your links. Here's how to go through your Google Drive folder and things like that. So Courtney, how did you like the videos? Like, was it helpful? Yay. Yes. Awesome. Okay.
Kendra, could you show your link for the bit.ly again?
Yes.
Make sure it's right.
Yeah. Sorry, I know we're like running out of time too, but I think
Quick-
we're actually out of time.
Okay, so last question.
Yeah.
Did you do contracts with all the speakers to hold them accountable for being present?
No, but that's a really good idea. We have to go. The link's not working? Oh, it's not working? Hold on, guys. Yeah, do y'all mind? It is case sensitive, so the S has to be capitalized, both S's in the beginning of words. Yes, one last question. I don't know who it was. Y'all good? Okay, awesome. So I want to take a selfie with you guys real quick. Don't move. So on a count of 3, we're going to say summit, okay? So, wait. Hold on, bring it in. Let me get on Instagram real quick, y'all. You think so? Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. Summit! All right. Thank you guys so much. If y'all have any questions, just let me know.